This is NBC 12 News.
A good Saturday morning to you. Thank you for waking up with 12 News today. I'm Brent Solomon. We're on your side with what you need to know to plan your weekend. Let's send it over to meteorologist Samantha Roberts in the First Warning Weather Center. Sam, it is hot out there.
It is, Brent.
All right, thank you, Sam. See you shortly. Breaking overnight in Henrico, an intense standoff finally comes to an end at Virginia State Police headquarters. It was some scary moments. Officers had to shut down part of Brook Road, Pennsylvania Avenue, and even a nearby ramp onto 295 from about 1 until 3:30 this morning. Police tell us a man was sitting in the parking lot there and they thought he had a gun. The standoff started when officers began to approach. With the help of Henrico police, Virginia troopers were able to bring the situation to an end. Roads in that area are now back open. And this situation had many of you calling our newsroom and reaching out to us on Facebook. No word yet on whether or not anyone was hurt, but our photographer did see an ambulance in that area. Also breaking right now in Dallas, Texas, shots fired at police. Right now, officers are on high alert. As we speak, police are working with at least one suspect who opened fire at police headquarters there from an armored van. Before the shooter sped away, they left behind 3 suspicious packages. A robot then detonates one of those packages. All of this led to a chase. So right now, officers are still working to bring this one under control. The standoff has been going on for hours, so stay with us. We'll be keeping our eyes on this situation throughout the morning for you. And developing now in Chesterfield, a driver runs into a man who was trying to cross the street. Now that walker is fighting for his life. Police tell us he was crossing Whole Street Road at the Price Club Boulevard intersection when a driver heading east hit him around 1:15 this morning. Crews rushed the 43-year-old to the hospital. No word yet on whether or not the driver is facing any charges. And just hours ago in upstate New York, officers arrest a woman accused of helping 2 killers escape that maximum security prison. Joyce Mitchell works at the prison where the convicted murderers escaped a week ago. Right now, she is in jail on a $100,000 bond. Jay Gray has the very latest on her arrest and the search for those missing convicts. Thank you, Jay. Now closer to home, a Richmond family anxiously waiting to find out if a body found in a large plastic bag in the city's East End is in fact missing mother Katasha Johnson. The body was found just down the street from Johnson's home. Her family members were on the scene Friday morning when investigators made the discovery. Johnson's relatives are calling on anyone who knows anything to just come forward.
Please.
What a sad story. Johnson last seen dropping her child off at a daycare on the city's north side last Wednesday. If you have any information here, you can call Crime Stoppers at 780-1000. And still developing this morning, Chesterfield police working to see if 2 shootings may be related. Crews checked out the Woodfield Court area near Stella Road at about 4 Friday afternoon after getting reports of a drive-by. No one was hurt, but this area not too far from West Road near Turner, that's where someone else was shot while driving just before midnight Friday. That victim is expected to be okay. At this hour, the shooting suspects are on the run. If you know anything that can help police, call Crime Solvers at 748-0660. Now a disturbing image, and it has many of you weighing in on our NBC 12 Facebook page. Take a look. This bumper sticker reading, "Shoot a Cop." It's getting the attention of local police. Is this free speech or a major threat? On your side, Chris Thomas has been investigating what you need to know about this. All right, thank you, Chris. Let's head on over to Henrico, where an elderly woman is still fighting for life following an early Friday morning house fire. Crews found the woman and a man suffering cardiac arrest. Sadly, the man died at a hospital. While on the scene, a firefighter cut himself clearing glass from one of the broken windows. He's doing okay this morning. Did you know tomorrow is World Blood Donor Day? And if you've never donated blood, advocates say consider giving it a try. For the 7th year now, the Red Cross partnering with Next Care Bandages and supermodel Nikki Taylor. She needed 100 units of blood after a car accident. A Red Cross spokesman says this is the perfect opportunity for people to donate for the first time. Eligible donors of all blood types are currently needed.
support.
Now, there are 2 blood donation opportunities coming up this weekend. So for more information, we've got you covered on our website, NBC12.com, and click on All Access. Next week, Varina High School is hosting a State of the Schools event. It will be a community conversation focusing on all of Eastern Henrico's schools. Many school leaders, including the superintendent, will be there to talk with you. This meeting will be held at Varina High on Monday at 6 p.m. It's open to everyone. All right, you are now taking a live look at the downtown expressway near VCU. Right now, we're off to a calm start on the roads, but don't expect this for long because, of course, high school graduations are happening today at the Siegel Center. For more on your Saturday morning drive, here's Tracy Lynn with what you need to know. Good advice, Tracy. Thank you. Your time now, 9:12. We're just getting started on 12 News today. A Prince George community coming together to remember a life taken too soon. Up next, we'll show you how loved ones of a teen killed in a tragic accident are turning to prayer. And Sam is here.
Yeah,
And right now I'm interacting with many of you on social media. Keep up with us and all of the headlines. Be sure to follow me and Sam to stay on top of everything. We're always up to the minute you are up. Rise and shine, RVA. It is 9:15 right now. Pretty hot outside. Look at that tent out there. Samantha Roberts in the First Warning Weather Center tracking your Saturday forecast, so we'll check in with her in just a few minutes. Stand by for that. But this morning, family and friends are still working to come to grips with a life taken too soon. 1 week ago, Sierra Wise died in a car accident just hours before she was set to walk with her classmates at Prince George High. Loved ones came together Friday night for a prayer service to honor her life. Mike Valerio was at that touching ceremony. Thank you, Mike. It is not clear what caused the crash. Sierra had plans to become a mechanic as soon as she finished school. Developing now, former Henrico delegate Joe Morrissey may still be in legal trouble. We've learned he could once again face those felony forgery and perjury charges that were dismissed in April. That's because the Virginia Court of Appeals has agreed to hear the Commonwealth's appeal. The charges were thrown out because a judge said they violated an immunity clause in Morrissey's plea agreement for his charge of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. No word yet on when the panel will hear the appeal. Morrissey calls this development, quote, pretty typical stuff, and says his attorneys will be responding soon. There will be no jail time for a former William and Mary football player after he was arrested for dealing LSD on campus. A judge sentenced Samuel Marshall to 5 years, but all were suspended. It was back in February when police charged Marshall with 18 drug crimes. Police said he sold LSD on campus and also had cocaine and marijuana on him. Court documents show Marshall admitted selling to 8 people 39 pieces totaling nearly $400. Marshall reached a plea deal with prosecutors in exchange for his cooperation.
It was a sin.
Now, Marshall won't be back at William and Mary. He was expelled, but we've learned he is taking classes at another school. All right, we want to give you a live look now. Look at the James River in South Richmond. We are off to a warm start. Samantha, what are we going to do here?
Oh, Brent.
All right, Sam, thank you. So many children in our community actually rely on school for a proper meal. For some of them, it's their only meal of the day. Well, now that school's out, the USDA has a new program to help families in need. The details when you join us in just 3 minutes. Welcome back. If you are a parent, this story is for you. Just because school is out, that doesn't mean your kid can't get the same free or reduced cost meals they rely on during the school year. Here's what you need to know. Any child or teenager 18 and under can eat free at designated meal sites all across the country. The USDA will serve more than 200 million free meals. To find a Central Virginia location, call the number on your screen, 1-866-3HUNGRY. And now an important recall you need to know about. 17,000 bottles of vitamins sold at Walgreens are now being recalled because the packaging is not child resistant. This includes the value size Well at Walgreens multivitamin that you see here on your screen. The tablets inside the bottle contain iron, which can cause serious injury or death to young children if ingested. You can contact the International Vitamin Corporation for a free replacement child resistant cap. All right, here's what we're working on for the news at 9:30. An intense standoff at Virginia State Police headquarters, and it keeps State and Henrico Police busy for hours overnight. The details are straight ahead. And breaking right now in Dallas. Officers dealing with a standoff there that's happening as we speak. We'll take a look at these top stories and more when you join us at 6:30. Time for your news at 9:30 now. Thanks for staying with us on 12 News today. I'm Brent Solomon. Let's head straight on over to Samantha Roberts with a check on your forecast. Samantha, you've been telling us it's going to be a hot one.
It is, and
All right, Sam, see you shortly. Let's get you back to that breaking news from overnight where an intense standoff finally comes to an end at Virginia State Police headquarters in Henrico. All right, officers actually had to shut down part of Brook Road, Pennsylvania Avenue, and a nearby ramp onto 295, all from 1 until about 3:30 this morning. Police tell us a man was sitting in the parking lot there. They originally thought he had a gun. So the standoff started when officers approached. With the help of Henrico Police, Virginia State Police finally brought that situation to an end. Roads in that area are back open now. Also breaking right now in Dallas, Texas, shots fired at police. Right now, officers are on high alert as we speak. They're working with at least one suspect who opened fire at police headquarters there from an armored van. Before the shooters sped away, they left behind 3 suspicious packages. A robot then detonates one of those packages. All of this led to a chase. Right now, officers still working to bring this one to an end. That standoff has been going on for hours now. Stay with us. We'll be keeping our eyes on this situation throughout the morning for you. And terror at the mall when a man opens fire in Iowa, killing one person. This morning, the shooter is in police custody. It was sheer panic when the shots rang out Friday night, and people went running for cover. Witnesses say they had no idea what was happening.
Started running.
Now, that shooting remains under investigation at this hour. Trending now, it is the most talked about story on social media, leaving millions scratching their heads a little. An NAACP leader accused of lying for years about her race. Now her own parents have come forward claiming she's a white woman who just wants to be black. Ron Island has more on this developing story. Interesting story there. All right, developing now. Tragedy strikes at a Missouri airstrip. A small plane crash kills 4 people, including children. Only the youngest member of the family survived. This all happened Friday morning. Witnesses say the plane got about 100 feet into the air, stalled, then crashed. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating. And tense moments in Baltimore when a 4-alarm fire rips and destroys nearly a dozen homes. Witnesses see smoke billowing from several row homes when crews arrived Friday evening. The blaze engulfed nearby homes and smoke damaged a number of others. No word yet on what started the fire, but thankfully no injuries are reported at this time. We have a sad update on the case of a missing Virginia woman, this time in Portsmouth. Police confirm a body found this week in Portsmouth is that of 32-year-old Kathleen Barham. The body was found near her apartment complex. Barham had not been seen since May 27th when she went out to do laundry. Well, the time is 9:37 now. There's still much more ahead on 12 News today. It is the movie sequel millions have been waiting for. Up next, we have an inside look at the latest installment of everyone's favorite dinosaur franchise. Plus, Sam is here. How's that weather looking, Sam?
Well, Brent, it looks really hot.
Just in now, police have arrested Full House star John Stamos in Beverly Hills on suspicion of DUI. The actor was taken to the hospital for a medical condition, but it was later determined that he was driving under the influence, authorities say. His arraignment is scheduled for mid-September, just months before the reboot of Fuller House, which hits Netflix in 2016. This weekend, you can catch one of the most anticipated films of the summer in theaters, Jurassic World. The movie comes out 22 years after Jurassic Park. Can you believe that? It is the 4th installment of the dinosaur rampage, but with a new leading man and an old familiar face. Raphael Seth has more in this weekend's 12 at the Flicks. Thank you, Raphael. Well, the start of summer just days away, so still ahead. We're on your side with a look at the season's biggest fashion trends. And we're still following this morning's top stories on social media. I'm chatting with many of you right now. Be sure to follow and like us. We're always up to the minute you're up.
Back to you, Brent.
Sam, we need you to survive, okay?
Thank you.
All right, a former Richmond school principal, her appeal is not going the way she hoped. The Virginia Supreme Court is refusing her appeal of a defamation lawsuit. Former Lucille Brown Middle School principal Denise Lewis filed the lawsuit last year, claiming several of her students' parents defamed her when they wrote a letter complaining about the school. Lewis asked for millions of dollars in damages, but her case was dismissed by a Richmond judge. Lewis is no longer with Richmond schools. Another shakeup at Richmond City Hall. The city's top finance official, Norm Butts, is gone. He was only on the job a little over a year. In a statement, the city says he resigned to spend more time with family. He is being replaced by Lenora Reed. She comes from the city of Suffolk, where she's been finance director since 2012. Reed will make $160,000 a year, and she starts on July 1st. Well, as summer weather approaches, many are looking for the latest fashion pieces to flaunt on and off the beach. Maybe you're considering this. Mike Wilbur has more on some of the internet's most searched trends. All right, thank you, Mark. We are talking about how Samantha's dress looks like a Whitney Houston dress. You have to go to my Facebook page to see the resemblance, right? Also, news and weather updates all on NBC12.com.
Oh, yeah, we'll be right back with it all.
All right, that was the sound overnight breaking in Henrico, an intense standoff, and it finally came to an end at Virginia State Police headquarters. Officers had to shut down part of Brook Road, Pennsylvania Avenue, and a nearby ramp onto 295 from about 1 until 3:30 this morning. Police tell us the suspect was sitting in the parking lot and they thought he had a gun. So the standoff started when officers approached. With the help of Henrico police, Virginia State troopers finally bring the situation to an end. Roads in that area, though, are now back open. And developing now in Chesterfield, a car hits a man. Now that man is fighting for his life. Police tell us he was crossing Hull Street Road at the Price Club Boulevard intersection. A driver heading east hit him about 1:15 this morning. Crews rushed that 43-year-old to the hospital. No word yet on whether or not the driver will face any charges. All right, let's get a check now on your final forecast with Sam.
Oh, it is all right. So carry on with the outdoor plans. Just have plans to run inside.
Yeah, they're good advice.
Yep.
Thank you, Sam. We hope you have a good day. Stay cool.